Hey folks, Ray here, Riverbend Longbows Outdoors. And today we're going to go pick out a piece of locust. We're going to build an atlatl. Here we go. Go some deer. I'll tell you about locusts. They love them. About 10 of them now. That was cool. Sometimes if you flip it over, you can get finer curls instead of taking huge chunks out. Easier to shape. It's time for a cup of coffee. Get a little chilly. Double bits are nice for If you put your char cloth under the stone, it catches the spark almost every time, first shot. Just a little trick. I got lots of sawdust. I'm a carpenter. Basically got the roughed out shape of it, and I'll probably switch over now to some hand planes, scrapers. If it's naturally bent, I can mount an antler spur out here. But I think it's time to take a break coffee. DIY grill right there. Maple sap. For you young viewers out there wanting to get into bushcraft and outdoor stuff, don't go blow your money on a camp and cook rack. Save your money for a good axe, a good knife, something like that. Go find an old refrigerator, an old stove, hack that baby up, grind her off, bam, there you go, free. Keep your handle to the brick side or log side and it won't get so hot. Starting to boil. Maple espresso, cowboy style. The planer, you can get more controlled, finer cuts now. Get it down to a final shaping before we go to the scrapers. Plant it firmly against the bench or something, and then your hip. Take it plane on past and start shaping out the handle. The planer is a lot easier to use than the scraper at this point. Then we'll probably switch over to a knife, some scrapers, sandpaper. Yep, coming along. Well, it's day 2 and it's 18 degrees out, so I thought I'd just do some scraping while I got the vise in here and let it warm up outside. I'm going to start doing a series of scraping with some furniture scrapers. If you don't have one of these and need something, I'll show you how to turn your bushcraft knife into a scraper in just a minute. So a scraper is basically a piece of spring steel, and you push over an edge to create a burr, which causes a scraping surface. And same thing as a flint scraper or whatever, which would be more tedious, but of course I'm a cabinet maker, so I have these. But I'm going to show you how to make your favorite bush knife into a scraper also in just a second. Let me get set up. Okay, so now I have my knife securely in the vise, and I'm going to create the curl or burr on my pull side, so my other side is available for a ferrule rod or whatever. You're going to need a burnisher or something similar. This is what us cabinet makers use, but a high-end screwdriver is the same thing. It's just high polished hardened steel. Now what you're going to want to do is come in at a slight angle and push the steel so it creates a curl, and it takes quite a bit of force, but if you look down it you can see how it happens. So do that, pull it towards you, push it away, and eventually it'll just curl the slightest micro edge over. So that's how you do that. Rolls off nice little curls. Definitely wear a glove or a way to clamp the other side. Okay, now we've got it scraped down, looking good. Straightened it out quite a bit. Kind of beveled the bottom down here. It's about to where I want it. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to some modern equipment, but I'm going to cut this so where these 2 points meet, it cradles the spur. So I'll cut this at an angle and this at an angle, and I'm going to go ahead and use super glue because I don't have time to make birch tar right now. And then I'll groove it and wrap it with sinew. I'll make my finger grooves, and then we'll put our leather toggles on, and it's looking good though, so hang in there. Okay, so I got my spur attached. I went ahead and whittled this out. I'm going to do my final sanding up on this end so I can do my string grooves, and then we'll move on. So now I got my grooves filed in. I just used a round rat file to sharpen chainsaw teeth with. Tile saw works great too, so we're going to wrap it with some simulated sinew and move on. Well, got my spur tied on, and I carved out my finger notches, doing some finishing sanding, but you want to make sure this stays short of your palm, I figured out, so it doesn't hit your arm when you do the snap in your wrist follow through. So now I'm going to put on some leather toggle grips, getting close. Here we go, folks. Locust Atlatl. Got my leather toggles on, a few coats of linseed oil, let her cure out, maybe put a few more coats on, but there you go. I'm going to take a few test shots with my mulberry Atlatl. They can be as crude or as beautiful as you want them to be. This is just a branch with a natural spur, so get creative, try it out. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bam.